Hello, it's Dolly. Welcome to my channel, Scrappin' on the Go. This process video is using the Yesterday and Today collection from Close to My Heart. I got out my Heidi Swapp Color Shine in black. I have these vellum die cuts, which are from the Yesterday and Today collection. I have the sticker sheet from the Yesterday and Today collection. Then I have the card making stamp and thin cut set from Yesterday and Today collection. I have the gold gems, and then I have the espresso cardstock as my main base paper. And I'm going to use my black color shine from Heidi Swapp and sprinkle that in the upper left-hand corner and the lower right-hand corner. I'm going to use my centering ruler and place that at 2 3/4 over, or if you're going to read it the other way, 3 1/4. And I'm going to place these different 2x2 squares that I used, scraps from my stash, and they all have a different texture. So that black one is kind of already embossed. The white is almost like a chipboard with little holes in it, and it came out many years ago by Heidi Swapp, and it was to be used as a layering piece, or you could use it as a stencil, and I'm going to use it as a layering piece. And then the next one to it is like a burlap material. And then this caramel color is just a real thick paper material, and I'm roughing the edges up. And then you can see in the upper right hand corner that like emerald green, that is like a velvet. That's why I'm rubbing my hand over it. So I'm going to do 3 rows across, 4 rows down. And that'll be my, what do you want to call it? It's my base for the photograph. So I have the foundation paper, is the 12x12 cardstock from Close to My Heart called Espresso. This photograph is of my father-in-law with 3 of his older brothers and his sister. I have to look, when the photograph comes back, I'll remember. Okay, from the Yesterday and Today card making kit set, I'm using this beautiful rose, and I first used the charcoal ink from Close to My Heart, and I put it up against that espresso cardstock, and I wasn't really loving it. So then that's when I decided to use the espresso ink from Close to My Heart, and I loved it. And that's what I'm going to use as a cluster on this layout. And then of course I'm getting out the thin cuts and placing that on my little, what do you want to call it? I don't know what you call those little pads. And I'm going to put it through my Sidekick. I do not have the larger die cutting systems, just my Sidekick. And I get along with that just perfect. It works just perfect for me. Anything bigger, I can use my Cricut to cut things out on. So I'm just showing you that. And then back to the layout, I decided that I am gonna use foam adhesive to add a little bit more dimension to this layout, so it's not sitting directly on top of those 2x2 squares. So I place that at an angle, and then here comes those die cut pieces that I die cut it, stamped out and die cut it out using the Yesterday and Today card making kit. Then this cloth material is like a resist, and that's from Prima from 2013, and I used another piece from that collection on another layout earlier, my very first layout. Now these are the vellum pieces from the Yesterday and Today collection, and I'm just auditioning, trying to figure out, and I'm not liking that. And then I decided to just take those two swirls and tuck them under the clock, and as soon as I did that, I was happy. So as soon as I say, oop, I like it, I leave it alone. If I keep messing with it, then it'll end up a mess. I won't ever be satisfied. So as soon as I like it, then it just stays put. Now I got out some alphas from my stash, and all I can tell you is that they're from American Crafts. I'm going to spell out Boyd's. That is my father-in-law's last name. And it is a photograph of two of his older brothers and his older sister. And he's the youngest, so he's over in the far right. And this photograph was taken sometime in 1941. And now I'm looking at the sticker sheet to see what I can bring in, and I decide that I wanted something to anchor the word Boyd's. And so I get out the sticker sheet that says Celebrate is the first one, and then the longer one says Family Heritage. And then I also use my foam tape to give a lift for those word strips. They're sticker word strip. And then I am going to bring in some enamel dots. First, I try to use the gold gems from Close to My Heart, and it looked fine, especially looking now at it while I'm doing the voiceover. It would have just been fine, but I chose not to. I said, I'm not liking the shininess. So then I ruffled through my other Close to My Heart gems, and I have sequins in there, and I thought I had the off-white pearls, and they would have looked perfect as well, I think. I'm not 100% positive. So then I went to my stash of enamel dots, and these are a brown enamel dot, as you can tell. And I tried not to make them look uniform, and that just adds some more visual interest to the layout, since it is kind of, what do you call it, linear. It's pretty square, so by making sure that your embellishments are not all at the same squareness, if that makes sense. That didn't make any sense. I know there's some of you out there could explain a lot better than I can. But anyway, I appreciate you all. Thanks for stopping by. Keep coming back. Give me a thumbs up. Have a fabulous day, and get out your photographs and document those memories in a fun, creative way. And we'll see you next time. Bye.